Scrappy friends, a big welcome to my YouTube channel today. It's Melinda Sweetman here with you, and I have my newest creation for Cut to You. I'm doing actually, it's not a double page spread. It is it's a pair of companion pages that are going to sit next to each other in my album. You can see here I've got the Bunny Kisses Easter Wishes cut file, and then you saw very briefly a pair of bunny ears on the other page. So I'm actually doing a 12x12 layout and a 6x12 layout. I had these three photos that I wanted to include, but I cut this cut file ages ago. I've cut it on 2x2 pink cardstock and backed it with the Simple Stories, what's it called, Blooms, and let me have a look, Bunnies Blooms collection, and with no idea what photos I was going to scrap with it. So when I went to put the three photos on this one page, it did not work. So I was like, how can I make this work? Which I really liked, because it made me think a little bit outside of my norm. And I've come up with like I said, a 6x12 and a 12x12 layout. I've got these two photos. This is my boys setting up the Easter Bunny trap last year, obviously on Easter Saturday. We have been doing this tradition for many years now. They love it. They seriously love it. It's super cute. So I've got my two smaller photos there, and that is the bunny trap that they have created and put together and set up. And then underneath there's a carrot and a green apple. It is a washing basket that they're using. And I'm just adding a layer of pattern paper from the 6x8 paper pad as a mount. And you can see I'm just mucking around here with placement. I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to go. I wasn't sure if I wanted to overlap that border or not, but I end up overlapping that border just a little bit. And I'm really happy with how that looks. So stick those down. You'll notice that I have done some machine stitching around the outside edge of this page, and also around all three of my photos, just something that unites them all together. So I don't have a lot from this collection. I've got the 6x8 paper pad, I've got the chipboard and the puffy stickers and the stencil. That's it. So that's what I'm working with. Now, I'm really impressed with myself, so you'll have to bear with me while I talk about this. I knew I wanted a pair of bunny ears. I went through the entire Cut To You store and I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for. So I used one of Gwen's cut files, the single rose cut file. I've imported that into Silhouette Studio. I used the knife tool in Silhouette Studio to cut off, you will have seen right at the beginning of the video, the watermarked image of the cut file. I basically cut off the top two leaves. Then I released the compound path, deleted the inside lines, so I'm left with like that. So on my page there, the outline shape. And then I did an internal offset on what was left and got that just to a size that I was happy with, so that I had these little internal bits of the ears. And voila, I have bunny ears. I was really impressed with myself. So that's how I got my little bunny ears. I love using cut files in a way other than what they're intended. It's a really awesome way to get more from your stash, whether that's a digital stash or a physical stash. So yeah, I wanted to add a little bit of interest to these pieces. So I'm using my Copics and I'm adding some shadows. On the pink I used R81 and R83, and then to blend it all out I used V01, I think. And then here on the ears, you can see the bunny ears on the left hand side there of the chipboard. It is quite a warm grey. So I'm using W0 and W2 to add the shadows for the ears, like around the edge. I've added some pop dots behind where the pink parts of the ears are going. And you can see I just couldn't help myself. Just rolling the top of those ears because, you know, cute bunnies have their ears flopped over a little bit. So that's what I did there. You can see I've got that other photo there. It's smaller than 4x6. You can see I've got the same pattern paper behind my photo that I have on my background on the other page. That's actually the branding strips that I have pieced together to create a border. And then I've used the same pink that I've used behind the other two photos as well. And you saw that I started with that photo at the top, and then I was like, I don't know, I just don't love that. So I moved it down. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do exactly with that now, but I'm happy with it down where the ears are. I pulled out the chipboard pieces that I think I might use. You can see I'm just having a bit of a play with them. Moving them around the page. I tried desperately to get those bows on the page, but I don't. I do get a different one on though. So you can see I'm just having a bit of a play and going, I don't really know. And then I'm like, all right, what's missing? So I've got the blue in the word wishes and I don't have blue on the other side. So I'm like, right, that's what I need. I'm going to bring in this blue pattern paper. I'm going to grab a pencil here and I'm going to get it so that it fills the same space that the photos take up on the other side. You saw the little pencil marks I put on there. And I'm going to trim that down and then lay that behind my photo. While I'm thinking about that, I'm going through and sticking down everything that I know is staying where it is, using pop dots, very cleverly here, trying to stick this down, going, why aren't you sticking? Did you notice I didn't take the backing off? You'll see in a sec. I'm like, oh, you moron. Try again. Pop that back on there. Happy with how that's looking. Alright, so I've got my bunny, I've got my carrot, I've got my bird, I've got my rainbow. I've pulled out some alphabet stickers. These are holographic ones. I love them. Now, this is a very generic-ish title, kind of. It is The Great Bunny Trap 2022. Now, the reason I've used the same title for I think for every year that I've done this, and now I'm just like, I can't change this tradition now. It's a tradition. We have to keep it as the Great Bunny Trap of whatever year it is. So that's what I'm going with here. The Great Bunny Trap 2022. I do still have my stash kit sitting next to me on the left hand side there, which is where I got the yellow and pink alphas from. I'm going to pull in a couple more other bits. I've pulled the holographic over to the left-hand page as well from the thicker set. And then I've pulled in the puffy yellow and pink stickers as well from it's a Hip Kit Club Alpha set that I've got there. But I've got some sprinkly bits happening with those. Then I was like, right, I could journal straight onto this blue pattern paper. But then I was like, I actually think I want more up here. So I pulled in the labels so these are the pretty little studio labels from my kit. And so I'm going to add, I've got that blue one there, and then I've got this pink one that I'm going to add in as well. It's half one actually. And then you can see I've got this other blue one down the bottom, and I'm like, I don't like the way that's sitting on the S, so I'm like, right, you can go there, you can cover up that weird gap. I find I don't mind having some of that cut file covered like that. To me, it's still legible, especially with those bunny ears, with the embellishments that are on the page. It's going to go into my album chronologically, so it's going to be right around Easter time of 2022, so I don't mind covering some of those words up. They're still legible enough for me, and it's kind of a background element. I've got this other pink label that I'm going to add here, and I like how I've got some interest happening there now. It's not just one plain patterned paper. I'm going to add the butterfly at the top there, and then the ladybug down the bottom here. How cute is she? I've got a couple of chipboard hearts as well that I'm going to pop on this side. I just wanted to carry that chipboard element across the page again. Back into my stash kit, I've got these epoxy hearts. They're not hearts, Melinda. They are rainbows. I'm going to add 2 to the 12 by 12 page and 1 to the 6 by 12. Again, so those are added so they create a triangle, and then you'll notice that my labels create like that diagonal line, and it keeps all the photos right in that diagonal line. These 2 pages, if for any reason they were separated, they would work fine by themselves, but you can see how I've made sure that the elements go across both sides, and so they work really well together as companion pages. Puffy stickers, so I've added those 4 eggs, which I think are super cute. I've got puffy sticker carrot. When else am I going to use a puffy sticker carrot? I don't eat the stupid things. And then the ladybug. I'm just showing you I'm going to add my journaling there, which I do with a silver marker. And then I'm going to add the date in there, which I use silver ink on. And then just as I finished up, I was like, I need something else on here. This is very, very clean. And I thought, with everything being so light and airy, I'm going to add some white splatters. So I've just got my white gouache here, paintbrush, and I'm just going to add some splatters, wiping off my photo as I go. The paper that I've printed onto, these ones were done at Harvey Norman. It just wipes off. It's awesome. Alright, so some splatters on this side. I love my bunny ears. Tell me, have you ever used a cut file in a way other than it was intended? This was super fun. I really did enjoy this challenge of creating bunny ears. I've got quite a few close-ups here. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. As always, thank you ever so much for choosing to spend your scrappy time with me. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I do read all of my comments. I know I'm rubbish at getting back to people, but I do read every single comment, and I really do appreciate every single comment I get. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that you managed to get some scrappy time in for yourselves, and I look forward to sharing my next process video with you in the future. Have a fantastic scrappy day, my friends.